Good morning, it's me again, Inspirational Post by Leverson. And this morning, what I want to talk about is being careful. And why I want to talk about being careful is it's very strange how, if you're a person of service and you're a person of just helping and trying to do the best for other people, that there's always going to be an element or people or persons or a group of people that are always going to try to knock you off track, knock you off balance, knock you off your flow, and basically just try and get you out there in a negative light, trying to hurt you. And the strange thing about that is, even though you know that you're trying your best and you've got no hidden agenda about helping other people, there are still people out there that won't accept this. They don't want you to help other people. They want other people to be lost, hurt, stuck, feeling depressed. And I got to thinking, why is this? Why is it that other people want to hurt, harm, have other people feeling low, down, rejected, and just lost in the fog? Why would somebody else go out of their way to actually do this? And why I was thinking about this is this thing that's been going on with Michael Jackson. And I remember when I was a lot younger that I used to love Michael Jackson. Still love his music now. It always makes you feel good, always makes you sing along, always makes you tap your feet, your head, your body's moving, but it just makes you feel good. And the shame of what's been happening lately, and this is what I mean by people that want to hurt you, people that want to just stop you from doing great and good things. We will never know what happened with all this thing that's been thrown out there now, that Michael isn't there to defend himself. And he was cleared of all charges. The FBI cleared him. He went to court and he was cleared. He was exonerated from things that people were saying about him. But then, because it was trial in the media beforehand, everybody then started making jokes and started saying that basically that a grown man shouldn't have children around him. And what I find strange about that is really as well, so school teachers shouldn't have children around them, or people that love children shouldn't have children around them. I work with children, and you know what? It would be so easy for somebody to say something about myself that I've done inappropriate about towards children. And even though I haven't got that intention or slightest thought, or I just, anybody like that for me needs put on an island somewhere. Anybody who has thoughts like that needs to put on an island somewhere and just left. And just left. It is so easy for somebody to come out and say that. Anybody that troubles a child in any shape, form of sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, any harm whatsoever, they have to have the severest punishment that's out there. I'm one of these people through just completely old thoughts, and I would say on the biblical level, me personally, my opinion, me personally, I'm not asking anybody else to agree or disagree. You have got your opinion. This is my opinion. An eye for an eye. If you've taken something away from a child that they can't ever get back, or you've hurt, you've murdered, you've abused, for me, an eye for an eye. So with all this thing now about Michael Jackson and how easy it is to just throw something out there at someone and for that mud to stick with no proof, he can't defend himself. For me, these sort of things should always be debated when the other person is alive, so that you can have two sides of a story, not just one-sided, where then everybody else then is jumping on the bandwagon. Like Oprah's jumped on this bandwagon now to have the two guys that accused him of this, for them to have all the say, but how can he defend himself? I mean, I find that absolutely disgusting. So he's been tried again. And what does it seem like that it's about? For me, it seems like it's about this. Because people are looking for viewers. Oprah's looking for viewers. And apparently she was his friend. Apparently, as they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. When I heard this, I couldn't get my head around it. Why would somebody who's supposed to be a friend want to drag all this up again now that he's passed? After years that he's been passed now, to bring this back up. Was it a bad day on the news? Was it a short day on the news? I don't know what's happened. I will never know. But I like it where somebody can defend themselves against something that's been thrown at them. Every person has a right to defend themselves. So this is what I'm saying. When you build yourself up and you keep yourself with a mindset of people around you, make sure that the people that you've got around you, we know that sometimes things can happen and you can fall out with people and then they can go and sell a story, because it happens. But hopefully, when you've got people around you that are so like-minded for change and help and prosperity and just kindness, just lovingness, this should not be an issue. It should not be an issue. Not saying that it could never happen, because never say never. But if you've got the right people around you, this sort of thing should never, ever come up. Because if you're out in the first place just to help people, you're doing it from a place of service. You're doing it from a place of, you know what, I'm not looking for this. I'm not looking to sell a story on somebody. I'm not looking to hurt somebody. And I'm definitely not looking at it where it's that other person can't defend themselves. Because if I have a problem with somebody else, I expect that other person to be living so that I can have a conversation with them, so that I can talk to them and look at them in the eyes and say, okay, this is what I said. Now you come back and tell me what I said. This is what I did. Now you come back and tell me what I did. I want you to be able to defend yourself like I should be able to defend myself. But everybody's jumping out and saying so many disgusting things out there on both parties. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Why is it that we can't leave things alone? Leave those things and build things up where people are coming together, not where we are dividing people. Now there are people that are who have been left behind that have to go all through this again. Why is it that we just can't seem to get on with people? And we're always looking for the next sensational thing, and everybody has to jump on it. Why can't we just have it as a place of being peaceful, being kind, being loving, being saying, you know what, you help me, you help me, I'll help you. I will help you, you help me. Let's bring things together, because as I said, lately it just seems like there is just so much negative nonsense that's going on, and this is why I don't like to watch the news, because it's these things that are driving wedges between people and cultures, because it's always getting somebody to talk about somebody else, to hurt somebody else. I'm putting this, yes, I'm talking about it, but I want to put it back and say, you know what, let's have things on a more positive vibe. We don't need it where, you know, in my mind, I'm waking up angry because someone has put something out there from the day before. Or I don't want to be listening to something where I'm listening to a newsreader and they're all, it seems like they're all pumped up with a narrative and they're throwing it at the TV screen and it's coming into your room and it's going into your brain, and then you're feeling all jumped up and you're anxious, and then you're throwing it back at the television. Yeah, that's right, that's right. This is disgusting. It should never happen. What's going on? And then you go out there, get in your car, and then that anger will follow you. Then you're attacking somebody else. Then you're telling somebody else about what you do. Oh, have you heard? It doesn't make any sense to get yourself riled up in that sort of mess, because this is what they want. They want you to be in a fog of mess and not thinking clearly. That is not having you thinking clearly. Why would you want to take on somebody else's nonsense, somebody else's rubbish, to keep you distracted from what you're here to do, for what you're here, what you want to build up, to put greatness within inside you, to put positivity inside you? Why do you want to take on somebody else's rubbish? Leave them with it. You concentrate on building yourself up. Don't listen to it. When they're trying to drag things up from the past, from the dead that's gone, and that isn't you, leave it alone. Guys, on that thought, I'm going to leave you with that. Build you up. Don't listen to it. Inspirational post by Leverson. Build your future. Build your legacy. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to distraction. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow on a daily. Leave your comments about where you're going to be and what you're going to do. Shake all that nonsense off. Shake it off. Because next week it'll be something else, and the week after it'll be something else, but it's all nonsense and noise. Take care. Have a great day. Think for yourself.